Well, look at this. Looks like we have the S10 pickup truck. Why didn't he make this into the drift vehicle? I go on pretty much copying every other YouTuber out there. The intro, trying to make things a little bit more interesting. But yeah, today I'm going to be working on the S10. I just got to change the front brake pads. So I want to show you another motor that I have, kind of an update video, 2 update videos, or I might just do the brake pads. We'll see how that goes, and then go from there. So yeah, the reason why I didn't tackle the S10 as the drift vehicle is because it's body on frame, and I know that will probably be a little difficult because I guess the body shifts and stuff like that, and also it's on leaf springs, so I have to do like a 4-link setup later and all that. The only good thing is it doesn't have a solid axle in the front. If I do get another vehicle in my own house so I can have multiple vehicles, this will become a drift vehicle most likely. We'll do it anyways. But the Jeep, I had more parts for the Jeep and I was more familiar with the Jeep, and I think the Jeep is very fun, so that's why that is the drift vehicle. We're gonna keep going with it and see how far we get with it, and we'll make it happen. So for right now, I'm just gonna, change the front pad so I have brakes that are not shot. All right, what you would need, I'm hoping that it's just standard tools. So I got, my tools and so forth. You're gonna need a jack, going to need an impact or a wrench to take off the tire, some jack stands for safety and stuff like that. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop the cover off. The cover is off so we can get to the lug nuts on the front. Loosen, quarter turn, half turn. Start by loosening the lug nuts first if you don't have an impact, because once it's in the air, it's just going to free spin. It's going to be a pain in the butt. Then you got to drop it all back down. Alright, so I'm just using a flat blade screwdriver. So that's what it looks like there. Pretty deep in there. I didn't know this was a deep fish. So this will be the first time changing brakes on this vehicle and so forth. So there we go. Alright, we want to find the right size. Nope, not that one. Gosh. I think I found the right size. So I think it's 3/4. This is a 1998 Chevrolet S10. And if it's give you a little bit of problem, you can also use your leg because it's stronger. Like that. You don't want to loosen them all the way up. I haven't tried it, but it's a hazard to look at, like literally shift. And you don't want that. You probably just go ahead and just loosen them on both sides before you start jacking the car up. Make sure you have some type of thing stopping the car from rolling. So forth, something like that. Oh look, that's locked. Alright, also make sure that the vehicle has the e-brake in. Mine's is right there. Sometimes they're in the middle of the car. And also keep mine in gear if you have a transmission, or keep it in park. That means the transmission will make the rear wheels not move as well. They'll be in gear. I'm just gonna jack it right on the frame itself. off the ground. Alright. Support it with a jack stand. Lower it down. Probably not that violently. Give it a little rock. It ain't falling down. And do the same thing on the other side. Stand over there. Safe spot. Lower it down. Perfect. Alright, now proceed to taking off your lug nuts. Alright, already proceed to taking off the lug nuts. And just go all the way. Oh, look at that. You gotta do better with this recording. Oh, I forgot one. Probably should have counted. Continue counting. Oh, worse than I expected. Alright, so the rotors need to be changed too, but I don't got that type of money right now, so I'm not going to replace the rotors. They're probably cheap too, but I don't feel like doing that right now, so I'm just going to replace my pads. This is why I'm replacing my pads. I've been neglecting this thing. There is no pads. So that's what we're looking at there. Ah, oh, great. It's an Allen key style, so it's going to be a little bit challenging, but we'll see what we can do. And I believe you gotta take off both sides. So let's see if I have that tool. Hopefully I do. It might take like 10 minutes to find that tool in here. I'm not very organized. Alright, so I found something that'll work. I don't know what the size is. It'll be better if you get like a socket style. It might be a 45 or a 40 Allen key. And if you have just one of these Allen keys, you can attach something at the bottom like a socket or a pole, give yourself more leverage. But these haven't been off in like forever, but they do move. So I'm gonna take these off. Just keep going. Just quick tip, it might be good to put the tire that you're working on under the frame so that if the jack does fail or slip, the car will fall on the tire. It may give you a second chance, I guess, of not getting pinched by the car or hurt. So I had a car fall off the jack stands before, and the tire helped a little bit, and it did a good job. I wasn't under the car, thankfully. I would have gotten hurt, but the tire did help from keeping things from getting squished and stuff like that. So we got one out. I wonder if I can flip this. So this is how it looks. I'm probably going to grease it. So can I flip it? I don't think I can flip these. I don't think these are ones that you can flip. So I guess you gotta pull it all the way off. Alright, you may want to get a brake caliper, compressor, or whatever they call those. It's like a little tool. I don't have one, so I'm gonna try and see if I can, you know, wedge them to make it wider and open up. But it'll save you some headaches if you do get one. So just trying to push back, compress that piston in one side at a time, because you press this piston in, then the other piston will go back the other way, and you have a bad day, pretty much. And what I mean by that is one side at a time of the car, one caliper at a time. Alright, note all your parts and how they go. These little washers go like this on the inside, like that. And they go with those bolts. The pad is like this. And my pads are ridiculously bad. So definitely know how they go and so forth. Make sure everything slides back and forth as it should. This is actually very difficult to move and so forth. At times it is. So probably gonna put my new pads in and go from there. I think I have some grease as well. Maybe grease up these contact points right here. Probably put some grease right here on both sides. Not a lot to get on the rotor itself, because that'd be bad. And probably some grease on the bolts. Unfortunately, I don't take care of this car as much good as I should. It's the daily driver, and then the Jeep's the race truck. But I'll see what I can do. Maybe try and clean this up a little bit. Alright, it looks like the only thing that's making contact is going to, with the pad guides, is the bolt itself. You know, wire brushed it a little bit and so forth. So I'm gonna put a little grease on those bolts, and that'll be all that I will put grease on. So what I'm gonna do is just get a little grease on here. I don't know why it's blue. It's kind of weird. Synthetic brake grease. Blue synthetic brake grease. Add that to that. And then I'm gonna probably do like a little quick montage with a little bit of music for the other side, because you're pretty much doing the same thing that you did on this side to the other side. So that's pretty much what's going on. Don't get any on the threads. You can use Loctite on the threads, but I don't have any Loctite, so I'm not gonna really worry about it. Alright, and this is how, make sure you note which side the little warning, oh, this is the wrong one. Don't get any grease on these as well. And note which side the warning prong or something is, because that rubs on your brake caliper, I mean your brake rotor, letting you know that your brakes are bad. Mine's is pretty much gone because I ignored that sound. That's hilarious. But yeah, now we gotta just put them in, and we gotta compress the caliper somehow. I'm gonna see if I can get it on without doing that. I probably can't. So this is what it looks like. So you just spin this and it's gonna push it all the way back. So it's gonna be something like, so yeah, so much better than that idea. It's actually dangerous to use the jack because if the piston is frozen, you could toss the car right off the jack stand. So yeah, spending money is only $7 or more, or maybe even $5 or less at Harbor Freight or AutoZone, and get one of these compressors, because this is just so much of a better idea. Make sure you do one side at a time. Don't have both calipers off, because when you push this in, it's going to make the other side come out, and that's going to give you a disaster. It may even leak. So let's get it all back together. Yep, so much better. Slide it on like that, just like that. And then now with your bolt, make sure you have these spacers. Make sure you have these spacers in between. I don't know if it goes on both sides, so the spacers need to go on first. Oh, they go inside. Ah. So, get that spacer going there. Darn it. I just used just blew dirt all over my bolts. Take a moment to look and make sure you didn't forget anything. We got a clip on there. We got a clip on there on the rear. We got the brake pad back where it was. We got the bolts in. We got those two little spacers in and everything. And I think that's about it. Now just tighten it all up. Look online if you want to have a torque spec. I'm just going to torque them down. And that'll be this side. And the other side I'm just going to do and you enjoy. And we'll go from there. Alright, torque it down. Good. I don't know why this one's tighter than this one. Maybe it needs a little bit more. Good. Tight. Tight. Alright. So oddly, this one got really tight. This one didn't really get that tight at all. So it might be because it's binding at the washer. I'm not sure. But all in all, it's pretty good. A good way to make sure you don't twist and break anything is just look at the other side. Is the other side moving? If it's not, then that means you're twisting the bolt. If it is, See, the other side is moving, so you're not twisting the bolt. So, yep, the other side was moving, so you're not twisting the bolt. This side's good. This side needs to be tightened a little bit more. Let me do that. Tight. That's tight. And now for the bottom. That's tight too. We're done on this side. All right, now enjoy the other side and then we'll be good to go.